What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. This is Big Money Mindset. Pleased to bring you another video here today. And in today's video, we're going to be going over, are we experiencing an actual stock market crash right now, today? Once again, I want to say thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel so far. Your feedback is beyond appreciated. I couldn't do it without you guys. The growth this channel is experiencing is just ridiculous. And once again, I want to say thank you. And I want to say congratulations to everyone that signed up for the Patreon. The link is in the description. We're getting a lot of great feedback in the chat room, and I see a lot of people setting up to make some big moves because there's a lot of opportunity happening in the stock market right now as we speak. Most importantly, only if you feel this video gives you a better insight on the stock market, where it's headed, and what you need to be doing, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be keeping you updated daily on all the growth stocks and spec plays. There's going to be a lot of great information you don't want to miss out. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, I really need you to listen in the video. I'm going to make it quick, but this video is going to save you a lot of money in investing and make you a lot of money in the near future as well. I'm sure a lot of people are concerned, but I'm telling you, this video is going to answer all your questions and what's going on and what you need to be doing ASAP. So just sit back and relax. We're going to also be looking at some amazing opportunities together at the end of the video. It was a rough day in the market today. A lot of red. Dow Jones down 500 points, close to 2%. You have to understand, sell-offs is a domino effect. We have so many different factors going against us right now. September in history is the worst month out of all investing months, historically proven. CNN is back to all-time highs, pushing the pandemic down people's throats again, trying to scare the life out of everyone. You have to understand, we already went through this back at the beginning of the year, and if you don't think people forgot about all that money that they missed out on when they were running from the red in March, you better believe those people are not missing out on the massive gains with this minor setback turnaround. People are going to start buying heavy again. The market crash lasted roughly 39 days back in March, plummeting 12,000 points on the Dow Jones. We have already been seeing massive drops. Some stocks getting hammered close to 13%. This won't last long. I agree, Spac stocks have been getting beaten down more than your regular Dow Jones stocks, but I'm telling you, this is because we have way more younger investors than ever just buying off the hype, not doing the research when it comes to spec stocks. These types of investors follow the trends and sell off when others are selling off. It's just patterns. This is what happens with newbies in the market. Yes, Robinhood's easy-to-use platform can get a 9-year-old buying options in about 10 minutes after he gets approved. I see a lot of people with different stock market losses right now, and I'm going to be completely honest. I've not seen that much losses. I'm still up 50% plus in 2 of my growth stock portfolios, 200% in some of my options calls with shll hyliion that I was buying way earlier. I only got hammered on one, which was LCA. I put like $3,000 in it. It's worth about 50%, so I lost about $1,500. Remember, this is what I preach in my channel, diversification. You can't go all in on 1 or 2 companies. You will get creamed. When these types of sell-offs occur over news, politics, and day traders, you have to be all over the place in several different companies. You don't play one option, you play 5 options. You don't only buy 5 options, you buy regular stocks with those options. This is how you minimize losses. I put out like 5 or 6 calls on my Patreon, and these calls were all November, January, February, CCXX, NEO, Workhorse, LCA, Desktop Metal. These options are golden still. You guys think I don't understand politics and the elections? Of course I do, or I wouldn't be telling you guys to buy these in those months. I look out for everyone in my Patreon like it's my own money. Yes, there is one exception that I've been hyping up, and that's hyliion. This is the only call I told people to buy in October. All the other 5 were months out when it comes to options. hyliion is still going to have some action. We can tell because this stock is still holding up pretty nicely. And I'm telling you, the company is going to break out with some crazy news with the potential that they have in the near future. It's going to have articles, FOMO, short-term investors, everything. You just have to be patient for all of this to recover. I expect we will be looking good in the next 2 weeks or so. Let's take a look at Robinhood sell-offs and we'll see what kind of opportunities we can find. Right now, I'm going to be giving you guys amazing buy-in opportunities and show you that investors are already on the hunt now for some big gains. This is going to be an amazing opportunity to profit once again. I highly recommend you to be buying 75% regular stocks right now and 25% option plays into multiple companies. If you want to be more aggressive, go with 50% options to 50% regular stock ratio. That is completely fine, and that's what I'm going to be doing as well. Remember, I'm going to be putting more calls and plays out in the Patreon, but if you want to be buying calls, be sure to go with November, January, February. Avoid October's as of right now unless you're in the shell calls, because that's still the most hyped SPAC stock of this year and you don't want to miss it. Price target is still $80 plus after ticker symbol switch. I'm going to show you guys a little growth stock and SPAC stock portfolio that I built 2 months ago. It did get whacked a little. I lost about 5,000 in gains, but I want you guys to understand it is still holding up very nice in the green. All right, guys, so this is just a little SPAC stock, growth stock portfolio. And I want you to understand, when you're buying these SPAC stocks so cheap, I'm talking, a month or two ago, I built this portfolio in literally like 2 months ago. So it's pretty new portfolio. And I'm going to be adding, $1,000 here and there, buying more SPAC stocks. So take a look at this. I was up about $11,000, literally like a day or two ago. And we're down to still, doing pretty solid. $7,000 in profits, even with these nasty sell-offs. I put like 16 grand in the portfolio. It's worth 22.7 right now, a 44% gain. You can't beat that, okay? It's still not bad, okay? We have everything in here. We got overstock, retail, tortoise, is doing good. I can't lie. Tortoise is keeping me alive because I was buying so low. I was buying in the 20s. That's what I'm talking about with these spec stocks. Once again, you guys know I love Lancadia Holdings. Once this thing merges and becomes GNOG, it's going to be dominating the next 2 years. It's going to be a neck-and-neck competitor with DraftKings in the gambling market, okay? I was buying around $12.45. All right, I'll scroll up a little bit. We can see, one bad pick. I went with Slack, whatever. It was a bad pick, 23% game. Literally everything else is in, the green, Two little 10%ers. I just bought these Desktop Metal. I expect them to be huge in the near future. When you're buying these spec stocks at 12, 11 with the BurgerFi, 12, that's what I'm talking about. This is going to give you cushion. This is going to give you a break when these sell-offs occur. So as you can see, I'm not even in the red. I'm still up pretty nicely. I was up a couple more grand before this sell-off. Just understand, when these stocks recover, we're going to see some nice gains coming, especially when all of these stocks finally merge with these spec plays. And, I got some, Peloton, people are working out from home, Roku, TV from home. So you want to stay away from those, restaurant, retail, travel stocks. You're still going to be golden when you're buying low on these spec plays. So understand, you can build a nice spec stock portfolio. We have so much opportunity in spec right now. These prices are on sale. These things are going to be merging in the next 1, 2, 3 months. You're going to be golden when you're buying at these price points. And we're going to take a look at Robinhood, and we're going to look at together what kind of opportunities we have. And I'm going to let you know, I've been buying, I've been buying, some green power motors. I've been buying more Desktop Metal. So understand, I'm already starting to buy. I wanted the stock market to settle a little bit more, and I'm going to be buying a lot more regular stock for more portfolios. I'm not just going to be buying options. I'm going to be in that, 60-40 range buying stocks for the next 2 to 3 years, because these SPAC stocks are going to run. Just remember, there's a lot of opportunity that's going to be happening. And I just wanted to prove to you guys, if you build up nice spec stock portfolios, they have a lot of cushion protecting you at those low price points. As always, you guys know me, I don't sugarcoat. See, I was in a couple of options, NEO, shell, LCA. Yes, the shell fluctuations, I'm used to that. 4 grand up, 5 grand down, back and forth. It doesn't matter. NEOs, I'm not getting burned that hard. LCAs, I'm down like a grand. Understand, these still have room to run. I got January for NEO. Merger happening with Shell Hyliion in the next 2 weeks. LCA potentially merging soon in the next 3 to 4 weeks. I have Catalyst still. So remember, I may not break a huge profit, but these things can still rise up on some great news. So I might be able to break even on the LCA. It's still not bad. I still like the October call if Tillman hurries up and makes some plays during the pandemic. All right, guys, so I have a list of like 80 stocks that I watch daily. I also like to watch big Dow Jones stocks. Apple, Tesla. I watch them all. So understand, we're going to be looking at spec stocks in particular because of these low price points. So I have a huge list up, about 80 stocks, and we're just going to be looking at some of the top losers, as well as stocks that I see people attacking already as we speak, literally in our little 2 days massive sell-off. So right here, we're going to go to today, and we're just going to click today, and it's going to give us some of the biggest losers. And we can see Workhorse and Lordstown Motors were two of the largest losers today. 16% sell-off, 14% sell-off. I believe if we click them and just check out Workhorse real quick, as we see right here at the low about 2:50 p.m., we hit nearly 19% sell-off, which was ridiculous. 5% drop. That just doesn't happen daily. So that did experience a 19% loss. So that is still an amazing stock for the next 5 years to come. And as well as buying options, you want to buy those longer calls, those Januaries, those November, December, Januaries. Those are where you're going to be golden. So understand, there is still a lot of opportunity. I mean, we're talking Tesla has been hit nearly 14%. That's crazy, the amount of volume that thing was having in one day as a sell-off. Spartan, Spac, down nearly 8%. The options are cut off drastically. They have just filed a proxy statement. I already see the stock going up in the after hours after that sell-off. People are trying to get in. Green Power Motor, this is one for the future. Buses, transit. I was buying some stock at like $11.70. I'll probably be buying some more and add to that, get a couple hundred shares. It's so cheap. It's dirt cheap. Lordstown Motors finally came back down. So there's a lot of opportunity in here. If we scroll down a little further, I love Lancadia Holdings, GNOG. This thing is a monster online. They have massive amount of revenue and profits already. It's a profitable company. Once this thing merges, I'm telling you, it's going to take off. This thing is going to double. People are just getting impatient. They want to move their money. Everything's selling off. It really didn't drop that much. It just looks bad on options. This stock is about $15. It only hit a high of $19. This thing is still holding up nicely. A 12% drop. It looks bad today, but understand this thing has only hit 19 bucks. So it's not like it has plummeted to the ground. People are still invested. Those day traders are the ones exiting. So Lancadia Holdings is an amazing option to play in November as well. It still is not going away. This thing is merging pretty soon. Lemonade, that was one that was an IPO. It got maxed out around 100. It's finally came down. It's an insurance company. That one is cut in nearly in half, an 8% loss as well. BurgerFi is literally back down to virtually nothing. This stock has been delayed. This one has been pushed back on the merger. This thing is going to be merging in the near future, and it could potentially be worth $30 plus. This is the closest stock to Shake Shack. Shake Shack nearly hit $90 2 years ago. So understand, this is the biggest competitor to Shake Shack. You're getting it for $12. You're getting a piece of BurgerFi. This company is growing rapidly. DraftKings, a nice little sell-off. I have DraftKings. I was buying around the $30 range, 7% sell-off. Tattoo Chef, a 7% sell-off. I would play long call options in this one as well. This is like the closest thing you can get to Beyond Meat. This stock has amazing partnership with Walmart that's going to be happening in the near future. Yes, the Golden Boy, a big sell-off, 8%, back in that $44 range. Wouldn't be a bad opportunity to take a look at some of those options plays. This thing could potentially be hitting 80 plus in the next 2 weeks or less. This thing is going to have amazing hype and FOMO when this thing rides. I don't care if the whole entire stock market is red. There's going to be so many articles popping up on this one. Just understand, literally a week ago, we had Snowflake hitting $300. People want to get in early on stocks when they start running. People just love the feeling of getting in very early and being the first investors on the market when these things merge into these new ticker symbols. So there's a lot of opportunity. Take a look at the spec stocks. We're in the Patreon. You know what stocks we're watching. We got long-term call options. This looks like a minor setback to me. We're going to be recovering in the next 2 weeks. I want you guys to keep your heads up. Everyone lost money today, but the ones that didn't invest and diversify correctly lost everything. I'm telling you, 100%. You can't go in on one stock. I still have a lot of diversification everywhere, multiple call options, multiple growth stocks. I got a lot of cash. We have a lot of opportunity to run in the next couple of months, even with this elections, the pandemic, the news, new investors. We have a lot of room to run. Just remember that. So I want you guys to look through all these stocks. Neo held up pretty decent, still a 7% loss. It's not bad. Fastly down 8%. Marathon Oil, this was a free stock I got. I'm not buying oil, guys. You know it's all about EV, the future. EV is growing. They're signing off new laws. Gas is in the past. So just be prepared. A lot of opportunity is going to be happening. Go back to my video. Watch what I was talking about with, how to play your percentages with options and stock. You have a golden opportunity. Don't be afraid because politics and the news, want to capture fear and, make political runs at this timing. Don't worry about that stuff. Just understand you need to be a shark and you need to be attacking. Don't worry about the Bears right now. The Bears are winning, of course, but they're going to get smoked in the short term very soon when the bulls and the greens start flying. A lot of people are ready to capitalize on this sell-off, and this is not going to last long. This is not a sell-off like we were experiencing in March when there was a real pandemic occurring and people did not understand what was going to happen. People literally thought, the world was going to end back in March. That's why we had literally a 30 to 40 day sell-off. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I want you guys to understand I'm here for you guys. I'm looking out for you guys. We need to be cautious. We need to diversify. There's a lot of money to be made. Be sure to leave me a comment. I want to hear you guys' opinion. I'm going to be replying back to as many people as I possibly can, so don't be afraid to speak your mind. Most importantly, only if you feel this video gave you a better insight on the stock market, where it's headed, what you need to be doing. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be keeping you updated daily on all the growth stocks and spec plays. There's going to be a lot of great information coming out, and you don't want to miss it. This is Big Money Mindset. I'm Kyle. You have a great day.